And today we have a very special episode. We have a special guest on. I better introduce yourself.
I'm Deja. Most people call me Daze, known as BetterDaize.
And, we just bringing this episode to y'all just so y'all can get some tea on the creative side of Deja's life. Also, just Deja in general as a creative. So, I want to start off with asking, how did you come up with BetterDaize, and then how did you tie it into the fashion industry?
I came up with BetterDaize, honestly, from not having the best days, like bad days, and so it came from like a mentality almost, like just having hope, having faith. And I went to school for psychology. That's what I went to college for. So I wanted to actually make a therapy center called BetterDaize. Like I wanted to be a therapist when I was in college, but I just started off like I still want to hit that goal, but I started off with making merch first. So like spreading the message out with merchandise, and then hopefully it can grow into something bigger.
So is there a way 1-800-BETTER-DAIZE came from?
Yeah, that's where that came from. And I hope to actually get a real line or a real number so people can like contact that when they need a positive message, a helpful message, or like when they feeling down. Like that's gonna take a lot, but like I think that would be dope to have.
Yeah, I think that's dope. I think like incorporating love and care behind what you do can draw more people not only to what you do, but to you as a person. Like they kind of get like an inside scoop on how you are as a person.
Yeah.
So I want to know like, so you said that it came from not having better days. How did you kind of like cope with using that name and having everything behind it, like how heavy things were and making it better?
I don't know. I think really the coping mechanism was just remembering that. Like remembering that stuff gets better. Remembering like whatever hard time you had, that's not going to be forever. So just having that literally just like a faith, like being super optimistic. Like okay, it might be bad right now, but it's not going to be bad forever. And so that's really kind of like just where it came from, and I just like keep that in mind. It's tatted on me, like yeah, it's kind of everywhere. It's like a part of it's right here. It's like a part of my like living though, for real. Like I just try to keep that in mind with everything I do.
Okay, I rock with that. Okay, Daisy, you better go on. And so I know that fashion is not the only thing you've done. Can you let everybody know what else you've done and what else you want to get into?
I've creative directed a music video. I creative directed some photo shoots. So like that's also what I want to do is like I want to make clothes. I want to creative direct sets, videos. I want to style a little bit. I know fashion is like selective, so I don't want to like styling is not my main goal, but I would like to style a few people, style myself obviously every day, and maybe style people for photo shoots, music videos, along with helping. But I just like helping. I like the process of how something is being made. So that's kind of like I kind of just get in where I fit in when I can help. For real.
Okay, I rock with that. So what are like your dreams and aspirations? Like where do you want to go from with this? Like how far do you want to take it?
I want to have a storefront for sure. I want to have like just like a creative like I don't want to say warehouse, but like a creative space, I guess, where you can make clothes, maybe you can go photo shoot. I want to have a few things into it for sure, but my big thing is having a storefront. I want to have a storefront.
You know about a place that you've been that inspired like your designs or like your logo and how you kind of came up with that?
I don't really know what inspired the whole logo. I guess I would say, like, my cliche answer would be because the whole world needs better days. So that's kind of where the glow comes from. Like, most people are striving to always be better or do something better. So that's kind of where the glow comes from, or just overall, like, the whole world needs to be better. But that's probably, the inspo definitely came from, like, in college, because that's when I was, like, a little depression here and there, knowing if I want to go to college or if I don't want to go. But that's where I really kind of started. I always had the idea for it, and then I didn't drop my first hoodie until like my second year of having the idea. So I like really sat on it for a long time. But like most of my inspo comes from college. I feel like a lot of the clothes is like comfy wear, sports wear type of thing. So I used to play basketball, so it's like I kind of want to be fly and comfy. Yeah, so that's where like I tie it all together. Like,
Okay, yeah, I do like that. I do like the community aspect of it. 'Cause I feel like your designs are like so cold and just community. I feel like a lot of people kind of go for that streetwear look too. I feel like it matches that as well. And yeah, just to let y'all know, we do know each other. We went to high school together. So I love to see Deja's growth. I love to see where Deja is now and everything that you've done. Like honestly,
you too, for real, for real.
thank you. You know, I'm trying. I'm trying.
You doing it though. You are doing it.
Thank you.
So when did you start though?
With the podcast, I started the podcast, I want to say in either 2020 or 2021. And when I came up with the podcast, I was just like, oh, I can do it for free. Let me try it and see, you know, what's good. Let me try it and see how it works out for me because I already like to talk a lot. So then if I put in some topics about things that I like to talk about, then I'm like, okay, I can rock with it.
Right.
Initially, I was mainly talking about my struggles. Same thing, college, depression era.
Yeah.
I was really struggling in college, and I was really struggling with like finding myself and my individualism and really stepping out of school. I knew that I was at that time, and so where I wanted to see myself and what I wanted to become. And so I was just like, okay. And then you know my name used to be Chocolate Vibes, so I'm like, I'm gonna chocolate everything.
Yeah.
And so that's where the chocolate hour initially came from. And I was just like, I'm gonna just rock with it and see who taps in. And I have people from Germany listening,
That's cool.
people from the Arab Emirates. If I said that wrong, pardon me. But you know, it's definitely going worldwide. We're only gonna get better.
That's good. Congratulations.
Thank you. I do like the shift. I do wanna. I hope that I have a lot of creatives onto the show. Like I want not only like artists, but I want like chefs. Y'all can cook, come through. I want like architecture,
Right.
just all forms of creatives. Like I don't want to limit myself or put myself in a box. I want everybody to feel comfortable. Come on.
That's hard. That's a good space for people too. Because I know like people enjoy that. Like even me, I only talk to my friends, but it's like I don't know, like once you have a product or something you do, like people who support you, whether you call them supporters, fans, whatever, they still want to get to know you. So I be knowing like to the world I probably seem super quiet, but to my friends I know they be like, she don't shut up.
And that's a good thing though. I mean, how are people gonna know you if you don't always like
You gotta put that out there.
exactly. So give us a little scoop on what your day-to-day is as a creative and also as David. Aside from that.
My day-to-day right now is a little out of my normal routine.
Only because like I stay up super late, so now I kind of wake up late instead of waking up early. But I usually wake up, you know, I got a little whiteboard, figure out what I got to do for the day. If my day technically is kind of free, I see what the homies are doing because they got music videos, they got photo shoots, they got studio sessions. So I kind of go help them, but I also like being with them is inspiring too because I really like music. Like honestly, if I didn't make clothes, I would probably like try to make music on the low. Like even if I didn't put it out. So yeah, see what I gotta do, either link up with them or I'm chilling, like trying to create something new. And then I kind of just get organized, I make designs, plan for like future drops or what I want a collection or a drop to have. And then I actually do have a job too, so I work overnight. And so I do all of that kind of in my day. My day is pretty chill though, it's simple, like we get work done, but it's just real like, it's just chill, but we get everything we need to get done.
How is your mental health now?
Right now it's way better. I still have my moments because, I don't know, we human, you know, but really like my mental health, it's just kind of paying attention to what I got going on, focusing on what I have going on. I know a lot of times it can deteriorate, is that the word? Because my mom struggles with mental health, and so I kind of grew up into that, like seeing how she copes is not the healthiest, and just seeing how she kind of maneuvers through hers. And so like when I feel low, when I feel down, things like that, I try to like look at things on a positive aspect, and that was the opposite of what she did. So really, it's just like staying afloat. Like I'm good, you know, I be good on my day to day, but sometimes, you know, you have those moments where you're sluggish, or it's like, damn, am I doing enough, or you know, all of this stuff. But it really just be good because, like I said, I always try to stay optimistic, and so I'll be like, okay, today a bad day, but tomorrow ain't gotta be a bad day. So it's just like staying positive as much as I can, and not even on like a lot of people like take positive. It's like, oh, you always gotta be happy. You always like I can be mad and I would still say something positive, like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna do better tomorrow, or you know, something like that. So really, just being optimistic and having faith, for real.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of me, like me. Like I had like a little minor breakdown the other day, but like other than that, I feel like my thing is I always keep pushing on with stuff because it's like this little moment is just a moment. It's not forever. It's not gonna last forever. I look at it for what it is and I keep pushing it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I do my shit too. I ain't gonna lie. What's currently something that's important in your life right now?
Important in my life, I wouldn't even say it's a person, but it would be like the concept of being consistent. Like that's really important to me right now. It's just like whatever I do, can I be consistent? Can my workout routine be consistent? Can my eating habits be consistent? Like just making my whole life just better. Like, and I don't want to be like a robot or you know on a like certain routine, but just being consistent. Like, and I feel like that you can still be like free flowing, but be consistent with what you do. So that's probably like the most important thing to me right now. Is just being consistent, being better, and being consistent.
Bro, no, listen, because that's something I'm trying to work on too. That's why I feel like I'm trying to take myself more seriously because I haven't been taking myself seriously because of my inconsistency and because of like my procrastination. Like I let myself like drop so much from things that I do, and then like I work on multiple things so much, like bartending or writing a book or acting, music videos, all that stuff, that I forget about one thing after I drop it. And I'm just like never pick it back up and I never finish anything. So I want to be consistent with shit too.
Yeah.
Like I want to finish something for fucking once. Like,
Exactly. I just had a conversation with a homie and I was telling him like I feel like a lot of times I put like 25% into like a couple different things instead of putting 100% into one thing and getting that done. So it's like I think I'm doing a lot by doing all this stuff and it's like then nothing gets finished instead of actually doing one thing, getting it done and then going to the next. So I don't know, different strokes for different folks though. Like it depends how you are, what work for you.
you know, my stroke is I need to focus on one thing and I'm gonna get something done.
Yeah, I feel that. That's how I am.
So I also wanted to tap in on, since you do have a clothing line, I want to know what's a fashion tip that you can give to everybody that's watching. It's me.
I think my top fashion tip for real would just be yourself. Like,
Right.
just be yourself. Like, a lot of times, like, I think we all can get inspo from fits, but it's like, it might not look the same on you. It might not fit the same on you.
Right.
Stuff like that. So I feel like you gotta know what you like to wear, what you like to look like, what you like to feel, how you like to feel, all of that. Like, I feel like the best fashion tip though is really just being yourself and figuring out like what's your style. Because everybody got their own individual little swag. Like,
Right.
and it'll be some stuff I see and I'll be like, I would never wear that, but that's hard. But just because I know it don't look the same on me, and that's cool. But that's probably my biggest fashion tip.
I agree. I mean, yeah,
You gotta be yourself. Like,
exactly.
you gotta be yourself.
And what is a life tip that you can give off to the folks before we take off?
I'm not gonna cap. The life tip would be the same to be yourself, but I'm gonna give you something different. The life tip, I would say, it's just don't overthink too much. I think a lot of times, like, you can overthink yourself out the game, and it's
Yeah.
like, don't overthink too much. Like, even if, say you put something out, I put something out and it's trash, nobody's gonna remember that 20 years from now. You know, like, it's just like, it's not that deep. So I think a lot of times we can overthink ourselves out the game and it don't be that deep. So don't overthink, like, just do it.
Exactly. And sometimes you failing can be a gateway to open it up something to
Facts.
like allow yourself to grow.
Yeah.
Put yourself in a space that you never thought that you would be. So I would like to thank all of y'all for tuning in and watching our episode. Our very first guest on. This was amazing. I had a great time.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
have a great time?
Yeah, I was fucking with
Okay, cool. So Deja, go ahead and give everybody your social media. They can follow.
you. Okay, man, my personal Instagram is Daizeworld, DAIZE World, and then my brand page is _ BetterDaize.
Yeah. My personal IG is Shida. That's me, your host. Follow me. Tune in. Let's see what's popping.
Definitely tune in.
Oh yeah, thank you. definitely, like she said, move. And let's not forget, time does not exist when we are. Peace.